Kaduna State Police Command on Wednesday says 60 miners have been kidnapped in Bogoma village of Birnigwari local government area of the state. The Command Public Relations Officer DSP Yakubu Sabo made this known in Kaduna. Sabo says 16 miners were abducted on Tuesday night when truck they were traveling with was intercepted by armed bandits shortly after they left their mining site on their way home. The bandits kidnapped one Issa Tamino and 15 others, all from same village, Sabo said. He added that a team of police and a kidnapping unit is currently combing the area to rescue the miner and arrest the kidnappers. He disclosed that information available indicated that a link has been established with the abductor and the police is making discreet effort to track them down. Sabo described the incident as quite unfortunate but gave the assurance that the command was doing its best to rescue the victim and apprehend the perpetrators. He appealed to the general public to assist the police with useful information towards ensuring that the criminals are brought to book. The police have arrested a 43-year-old fraudster, Augustus Akpan, for allegedly threatening to kill the former president Atiku Abubakar and his family if he failed to withdraw from the presidential race. The first spokesman, Jimoh Moshood, in a statement in Abuja on Wednesday said Akpan from Edemaya village, Ikwabasi local government area of Akwa Ibom State, sent threat messages to Atiku, his wife and daughter. The suspect allegedly threatened to rape Atiku's wife, Jennifer, and daughter, Fatima, and Miriam if the People's Democratic Party presidential aspirant did not withdraw from the race. The police said one Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus phone and SIM card used by the suspect to send the threat messages to Atiku and his family member were recovered. The threat messages by Akpan read in part, to Atiku, we are watching you and your family. We ask you right now to withdraw from the race for presidency. Let Buhari run against PDP member. We know that you are bigger than all those candidates in PDP. That is why we need you to step down. We blow your plane off from the sky and we will poison you and your family. Atiku Abubakar, take our word for granted and watch what will happen to your family before you. You are going to see what we will do to you and your family. We know where your children travel to. The police said the suspect claimed to know the homes of Atiku's daughter and their movement. On receiving the complaint from the Atiku, Moshood said the suspect was trailed and eventually arrested by the IGP Intelligence Response Team at the toll gate along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Lagos State. He confessed to the crime and admitted that it resulted to threat and intimidation when all efforts to exhaust money from the former vice president were unsuccessful. The suspect also admitted in his confessional statement that he is a professional fraudster and not working for any political party. He said his statement, in which he asked Atiku not to run against Buhari, was merely a divert attention, the first spokesman stated. Moshood further explained that the suspect, who is fluent in English, Ibibio, Russia, Portuguese languages, confessed that he had defrauded many prominent individuals while posting as a Federal Bureau of Investigation and Central Intelligence Agency operatives.
The Nigerian Labour Union has commenced an indefinite warning strike effective from midnight on Wednesday. Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress is embarking on an industrial action over what they describe as failure of the federal government to honor their ultimatum on the new minimum wage. Last Thursday, the union resolved to commence on an indefinite nationwide strike after the expiration of 14 days ultimatum issued on September 12th, which collapses on Wednesday.
All public and private institutions, offices, banks, schools, public and private businesses, premises, including filling stations, are to remain shut till further notice. All those who mean well for the country are to see the success of this action. Furthermore, this action is to remain in force until further directive. Although the issue has been much in the public domain, for the purpose of this strike action, we find it necessary to try to once again further inform the public.
President Muhammadu Buhari had in November 2017 inaugurated a tripartite committee to look into the new minimum wage. NLC is demanding an upward push from 18,000 naira to 56,000 naira as minimum wage.
This is precisely almost 2 years behind schedule because of the fact that the 2010-2011 minimum wage negotiation agreed unanimously at the tripartite committee level that a 5-year cycle will be the time required to review the 18,000 minimum wage. And therefore, workers have been very patient, patriotic, and have exhibited very high sense of responsibility by waiting this long. And clearly speaking, all of us could also remember the reaction of the workers when it comes to the centrality of this issue of minimum wage, precisely during the May Day 2017, where workers reacted to say that it cannot be a time without ending. It took the intervention of the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria in the 2018 May Day to try to pacify workers and give them all the assurance that the minimum wage will actually be delivered as and when due.
Meanwhile, the meeting of the union and the government in Abuja ended in deadlock when the two could not meet to any agreement. In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.
Two All Progressive Congress APC gubernatorial aspirants in Delta State, Sonny Ofehi and Chief Ike Odiko, have stepped down for the 5-time governorship candidate, Chief Great Ogboru. Both aspirants announced their withdrawal for Ogboru at the constitutive meeting in Urieli with leaders, elders, ward, and local government executive of APC in Delta Central Senatorial District. Chief Ofeyi said, "I have been an aspirant for governorship before now. I had a private meeting with Chief Ogboru in Abuja, and the first introductory line was focused on how we can anticipate Delta State and take it from the current backwardness and position it for global economic map." Also speaking, Chief Odiko said, "I stand as a Delta Northerner to join Chief Ogboru in his drive to rescue Delta State. Most people will not understand why some of us are here, and they will ask, what does a Delta Northerner have today?" The Economic and Financial Crime Commission has commenced investigation of directors of the defunct Sky Bank for prosecution. Under the watch of Dr. Olatunde Ayeni-led board of directors, the defunct Sky Bank went from 1.4 trillion assets in 2014 to a negative asset base of 786 trillion as at the time its license was revoked by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The asset and liability have been assumed by the newly licensed Polaris Bank, created and sold to the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria (APCON) by the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation. Speaking to journalists on Wednesday in Lagos at the sideline of the International Association of Deposit Insurer African Regional Committee Workshop, Managing Director, Chief Executive, NDIC, Alhaji Umaru Ibrahim, disclosed that directors of the Sky Bank have been investigated for their role in the erosion of the bank's asset value. Dismissing speculation about the status of Polaris Bank as a duly registered entity. Ibrahim said Polaris Bank is a full-fledged bank. If you have money there, you can go and test. You can always get your money. You can always enjoy banking service. Polaris Bank no longer a bridge bank. It is a fully fledged bank that has been issued a banking license by the CBN, and it is largely owned by APCON, since APCON is the new investor. APCON will manage it through its management that have been asked to continue with the good job it's doing. APCON will do that and then sell it, he said.
And I knew that Captain, being one of the richest men in this part of the country, had a lot of aircrafts. So I needed a lift. I wanted to borrow one of his aircrafts to drop me somewhere. When I called Captain said, which aircraft? I have sold it to go into farming. I was shocked. And I said, Captain, are you kidding? He said, no. And I now invited Captain officially to the Ministry of Agriculture, and he made a very brilliant presentation. I felt that, it's not something that should end at the Ministry of Agriculture. So we had to take it, to make a presentation to Mr. President in the village. On that very day, the President endorsed this program.
Well-Sosa Greenhouse Farms Limited is the combination of dream come true. I come from a very humble beginning, and as a little boy growing up in Benin City several decades ago, the distinct image of farming, being at that time the common means of livelihood, was a significant picture that was grafted in my mind at that very young age. But today, technology-driven Well-Sosa Greenhouse Farm is a project born out of my passion for farming. It is indeed an honor and proud moment for me to stand before you today to present the Well-Sosa Greenhouse Farm. It's a dream which has long been in development, and today stands before you as a testimony of dedication and the grace of God. Well-Sosa Greenhouse Farm is a pioneer project that is presently the largest of its kind in West Africa. Its development is based on hydroponic technology, a method of growing plants in controlled environment using mineral nutrients in water and no soil. It incorporates various systems integrated by irrigation, fertilization, and pest control to obtain optimal plant growth and a greater yield as compared with traditional open field methods. This is the first of its kind successful one in Nigeria, because a lot has been tried, and we are at the forefront of pioneering this industry while ensuring food security and employment in our local community and beyond.
Captain had 9,000 hectares of land ready for farming. Not only that, Captain had commissioned the IITA, Institution of Tropical Agriculture in Ibadan. It is remarkable that the first Nigerians we spoke to about this time, two of them keyed into it immediately. The first was Alhaji Aliko Dangote, and he's doing the petrochemical plant in Lagos. And now Captain Osa really is doing it. No wonder men like this become the richest men in Nigeria and in Africa.
I am so happy and so proud because Captain Osa is living my dream and the dream of the organization that I work for, the Bank of Industry.
On behalf of my distinguished chiefs here present, members of the royal family here present, I want to welcome our very illustrious son that was very well eloquently introduced properly. And our ancestors continue to be with all of you. There's your efforts, whichever endeavors you want to delve into. May you come out successfully and on hand, and may God keep you out of the harm's way all the time.
I'd gone to the farm with the bishop, to bless the first fruits, and I've also come to the palace to our father to also give me the blessing, because without God, nothing is possible. For me, people are saying tomatoes. I'm saying more than tomatoes. I'm seeing jobs for the youth. I'm seeing empowerment of our people. I'm seeing food security. I'm seeing exports. I'm foreign exchange to support our GDP.
Connected you to success is your connectivity to God. And if you choose God as yours, nothing, even though there will be problems on the way, but with God, all things are possible. But because you have called us to come and dedicate the first fruit, the Bible said in Romans, if the first is holy, is good, then the whole batch will be good. I want to prophesy to you with my eyes open that this is the smallest that you will harvest from this farm.
Amen.
It's turning things around. Allah Akbar is turning things around. Allah Akbar is turning things around for my good. Yeah, for my good.
And the thing that has